special day. Gather round, let the music play. It's time to make a sound. Another year old, another milestone passed. We're here to celebrate you, let's make it last. Happy birthday to you, to you. Happy birthday to you, you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Whoops, that was the wrong one. I didn't want to stop it right in the middle of it. I hadn't been on here in so long with her stuff. Hold on, I do want to play her little intro. Hold on, I think this one's it. Yep, hold on. Yeah, I can't remember which one was what. I'm gonna have to remember my computer had went down, so they wasn't labeled. Um, so hello everybody. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello, hello. But at least we got to see her in the first one. But it's not happy. It's not happy birthday. I wish it was her happy birthday. What is it? 1,095 days and 3 years. Summer. Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Hey Jude. Hey Jude drew that. Hey Jude. Hello Millie. Hello Millie again. Daniel Berry. Woohoo. Janice. Hello. Black Skies. Donna Smith. Drew K. Debbie Clark. I know. I'm going to come back on here and talk about that later. I posted that we will talk about that. I want to try to keep it on this right now and so we don't get things kind of tangled up because I got a lot to talk about on this that I want to, and then I'm gonna come back and talk about that because I had just found out about it. Just found out about it. Sad, sad world. I'm so sick and tired of all these people. Sick and tired of it. Sad news. Sad news. Hello, hello, everybody coming in. Welcome, welcome. Not crazy by crazy lady. Blue eyes. Hello, Victoria. Everybody, welcome, 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 welcome. Trying to see. S. Francisco. Hello, hello, guidance. Jacqueline. Victoria Burgess. Trying to see who I missed, if I missed anybody or went over anybody. Ginger Snap. Hello, hello. I'm just glad to see everybody in here. I'm glad to see everybody. River Mom. Hello, hello. Thank you all for coming in and being here. I told y'all I would be back. As we know, the horse stables at Warriors burnt down today. That's what I was talking about this morning. Hello, hello. Yeah, isn't that sad? I can't get over that. Well, just when I think nothing won't shock me, I say that every time it does. MJ, hello. And it does, it does. And I didn't have time to stay in Ziggy's, but I clicked on to see what she's talking about right after Justin's. And lo and behold, I went in there just long enough to hear, maybe I shouldn't say this, long enough to hear, she may still be live, that, because I had to get on with this, that, and this is just rumor and speculation, it didn't come out of my mouth. I guess she had wrote Mary, and Mary thought that, I'm just going to say somebody could have had something to do with the stables. Lord have mercy, Jesus. That's the latest rumor. I'm just going to say rumor. I'm not, look, I love everybody, honey. I just like got the whoop out of there. I'm like, I got to go live. That's not what I come live about, though. I'm just like, really? So I know that they were waiting on some emails. So I don't know what's going on about it. So anyway, has everybody been having a good day so far? So far, so good. It's only the middle of the day. I don't know what else could go wrong. What could possibly happen next? Lolly, it is very suspicious right here before they have the vigils, right? Some think it's just to stir up drama, but my God, I think I always think the opposite. I mean, I think it could be definitely, but I think, you know what? I don't think so yet, Victoria. TBI is working on it, but I always think, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But I always think, you know what? It was mighty. I don't know anything about it. I would just like, I think it's mighty convenient. The horses was gone and all that stuff. I know, Michelle, and I'm going to go live on that, unfortunately, later. Hey, Justin. But I think it was mighty convenient. But I think to myself the sad parts. I think, well, what if a homeless person, if somebody did set that up, what if somebody would have went up there to sleep warm or whatever in the stables to have somewhere to sleep? Somebody thought there was all clear, and then there you go. That's the things I think of, because that's real life, and real life stuff can happen. That's just the things I think. Maybe I am warped. I don't know. Maybe I am. But there's some stuff that I've come across. There's one thing in particular that I come across that I'm going to show y'all. That when I first started my YouTube, that I got from somebody. Well, somebody else. It's on somebody else's platform. You're going to see, and it's in the very beginning. But I'm going to play that in a minute, because then y'all all run off. I'm going to make y'all wait. But it come out of Don's mouth, Summer's father. So I'd like some stuff answered, or make y'all at least think about it. Because it's really strange. I don't think nobody caught it. But we're going to go over that in just a minute. Somebody pointed this out to me today, and if Justin went over this earlier, I seen he was playing Chris's interview. I was back and forth trying to do some things, although I was listening and modding, but I didn't catch this part, but I was sent to it, and I don't know if this was the right video, so I didn't have time to go through it and see if this was correct or not, and I'm sure it was, because this person, I trust them fully. But they told me that in one of the TIR videos, and this was before Justin come on, that Candace, in one of the interviews at the Warrior Park, so y'all just have to dig through it. I don't know. I hadn't had time. But they said that it was brought to my attention that Candace, and I'm not going to say I have, but a lot of people have thought Summer kind of looked different there in the water or in one of the videos. So listen, I'm not making up rumors. This is a fact. Summer, I should be getting a call back Monday. They are going to go check. Okay. But anyway, about the picture was different. This person is telling me that in one of those, Candace says something about get out of the water, son, or something like that. Now I'm asking, why did she say come on, son, if that is true? Was it just a habit of having the boys, a slip of the tongue? Because she's used to always saying that. I'm not saying that factually. I'm just saying if it's true, why? Because it is possible, and I can give her grace on that. I have boys. I call them all different names all the time still to this day. However, keep in mind, if that is true, that David Dotson, the flute guy, in the beginning did tell did tell the news that the boys were at the swimming hole that day. I just want to shake your memory and remind y'all of that. Why did he do that? I don't know. So I wanted to put that out there again and remind y'all of that. There's a couple of things that I want to remind you of. Again, here we go again. We're 3 years later. No summer. No summer moon, Utah Wells. There is no facts, no answers. All we can do, well, again, they said son. So I don't know. It could have been hun. It could have been. That's why I said, again, I'll give her a little grace on that. But I did want to put that out there, and I did want to say that. Again, I haven't had a chance to vet it. I told you that up front. I'm being honest. But I said I would let that be known. And I had to remember in the back of my head what David Dotson did say. And why did David go to the news with saying the boys were there that day? And I still have to go back and remember from the beginning, not everybody, but most people was saying, well, that was one of the boys. I'm just saying. Do I believe it was them? No, I personally don't. But again, fair is fair. And y'all know that I'm always fair. I try to be. So regardless, I try to be fair and balanced, whether some like it or they don't. So I wanted to put that out there before I even got started. It's something to think about. And if y'all want to dig and whatever, do it, that's fine. I didn't have time to do all that today. So, hey, everybody coming in. So again, don't come at me, all the haters. I'm just saying, I did say I gave Candace the grace because I've still to this day called my older children, hey, you. I've said it many times. Then I finally say, you know what your name is? You know who I'm talking to? Don't sit there and look stupid. You know. So I can give her some grace on that. I'm not trying to accuse anybody. I'm just saying. And hey, although I do feel like things happen on the hill, I'm a little bit more chill about certain things 3 years later. So just take all that into account. There's things I'm trying to report on. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Listen, at the end of the day, guys, there's no facts, and I'm fixing to show you why in just a minute. But there's things that I still want to know. And this is what I was telling y'all. I was writing today when all this stuff happened. happened when I went live earlier. We don't know if she's dead or alive. We don't know that. We don't know if she was taken from home or not. We don't know if she walked away or not. We don't know if she was sold or not. We don't know if she was kidnapped or not. We don't know anything. You know, one reason that we don't know is because Ellie hadn't come out and told us anything, right? Ellie hadn't come out and said nothing, right? Today, June 14th, 2024, I go back and I question every single thing. Hey, Nana. No, we can never give up, Nana. I will never give up on her. There's just things that we can't talk about. Well, I'm not going to just keep beating a dead horse over and over and over again. All we can do is pass out her flyers every day online, every day, every day, every day, every day, same old thing. Unless there's breaking news or news to talk about like this or whatever. That's all you can do. You know? And I, 2.5 years, never took a penny on her name. I'm not going to sit here and do this every day and start and just do the same thing with the flyer when there's no news and start, now that I'm monetized, do that. I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to waste my time just sending a flyer every single day. I'll do it every now and then, or regurgitating the same stuff over and over and over again. I'm not going to do that. I keep telling y'all that's not me. I'm not going to. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's put this up here. Ken says he's doing a prayer vigil tonight for Summer Wells at 7:30. Where are you doing it on your channel, or are you doing it somewhere, Ken? Put your information. Or just tell us where you're doing it. On your channel. Okay. Millie, drop his channel, please. And then everybody go over there, sub up. And then go over there at 7:30. Are you Central Time too? Or whatever time you are? You know, we'll see it. It fixes itself. But go over there and sub up. And go to the prayer vigil for Summer. Thank you. Here's the channel. Uh-oh. Sorry. Everybody go sub up to this channel right here. Thank you. Thank you, Ken. But no, we'll never give up on Summer. Ever. I won't. I won't. That's the whole reason I came to YouTube. That's the whole reason I came to YouTube. But I question everything. Everything. You know why? In the beginning, you had Summer Wells, we say reported missing, and I'm going to show this from 110 Ben Hill Road. We got the news reports. I seen it on TV when I was at the hospital with my mom. Same old song and dance. From that, all the way from Nashville there. Police throwing footballs, playing with the boys. Showing it. Showing their local news. From that day until 4 days ago or something like that? 2 different stories. One said she was missing from the basement. We know in between that, stories have changed quite a bit. there was a couple things that had changed. That's what made everybody look side-eyed. But the news says, and we've heard it before though, she was seen walking down the street. She was seen walking down the street. They even said that 4 days ago. Also, they just did an updated TBI thing today. Who saw her walking down the street? Who saw her walking down the street? Has anybody ever questioned who saw Summer Wells walking down the street? Anybody? Well, you got the news there, the police, the interviews, and at some point in time, no matter how long it took, Mom and Dad, I think it was 13 days, but Mom and Dad spoke, Granda spoke, and I'm talking way before it got wild and crazy. And then it started to get a little suspicious, just a little. The neighbor spoke. Then neighbors spoke, some neighbors. You had Sherfy, this one, that one. All the things, the good, the bad, the ugly. Michelle said, I think they retracted that and updated. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. Because I remember it, Michelle, from way back, and then again a few days ago. And I know TBI come out today, but maybe that's why they come out. Did they leave it for 3 years and then finally say it again 3 years later and then the TBI come out? I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, I know. I saw Justin's too. These are just my thoughts and my opinions and everything. What we're really going to go, what I really want y'all to see. See, I didn't know any of this was coming out today. I was going to do this yesterday and I didn't have time. But what I really want y'all to see is when I first started YouTube and was a wet hen, green behind the ears, and something that come out of Dawn's own mouth. We're going to see that in a minute. But again, Dawn started talking. He went on panels, Jay for Justice. And y'all can drop these channels as I speak of them, please. Voices Behind the Wall, Prayer Garden. There's no channel right here. But anyway, Benny Keys, The Lab, No Thanks, Mine. He's been everywhere. He was on Crazy Critters on the Farm. Dolly's, Cracking Cases. Listen, even Benny went to stay up there with them. We all know that. Cam and Allie broke bread with them. Chasing Truths broke bread with them. All the things, right? They've all spoke. It doesn't matter whose side they've been on or not, right? They have a lot of support from a lot of people. Some not so much, and that's okay. But the fact is, through it all, Summer is still missing. And no matter who you believe or who you don't, and no matter what nobody says, not me, not you, none of these people, it doesn't matter. Not even today. Because going back and looking back, Candace, Dawn, and Grandis They reported Summer missing from 110 Ben Hill Road after planting flowers with Grandma and Mom when she had a peppermint and she walked in the door. Mom walked her to the door and said, "Hey, boys, will you watch Summer?" And then, basically, long story short, as the story goes, Mom walks back outside for just a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Mom goes back in. "Hey, boys, where's Summer?" "She's downstairs, Mom, in the basement." Mom goes over under the god-awful bars where the steps are, under the, you would think it was a counter where you put your pots and pans or something, opens it up. "Summer, Summer." When she did not answer, Mom decides to turn around backwards, go down. Oh, and it's beyond me why you just don't go out the front door and walk around to the, anyway. But, so she walks down. "Summer." There is no Summer in the basement. Nowhere. Which again, I don't know why, if she had all of her toys up there in the beginning that she loved in the living room when they were going out, as the story was told, to plant the flowers. When she was asked, is that what she wanted to do? Why would she have need to go down to the basement? Just a question. But they can't find her. Her mom, it was a thing. Did she go out the back door? Did she not? Whatever. Did somebody? But the thing was, way back, we had the story, somebody could have laid in wait. Yeah, they could, because we all went through this. We went through this over and over again ad nauseum. Somebody took her. Kim went up there, carried something 40 pounds down the dog trail. Don didn't know he had a dog trail. The scent stopped at the end of the road. We went through all of this over and over ad nauseum. Over and over till we could not go over it no more. Somebody took her. They took her out of that basement. Then it was moved around. Well, maybe she went to the swing she loved, as the story went. I mean, I covered it as to, first you couldn't hear the car, and then I'm like, well, remember when Don made that creepy video and he was walking around and the little girl was on the swing, and we don't know why he made that, and then you could hear the car come up, and I told y'all, close your eyes. You could hear every step. You could even hear the car coming up. And I said you could hear everything. So I said, there's no way. I told y'all this 2 times, I think. I said, there's no way, in my opinion, on 11 acres or however many acres it is, that you're going to come down in that hollow with, we know, at least 5 people home, the 3 boys, Candace and Grandis, for sure. And if Don was home, which it was talk he was home at 3, he even admitted it to some people, but it doesn't matter. We're going to say at least 5 people, maybe 6. All the dogs. Oh, and by the way, the dogs that went on vacation that day, all the broken down cars. People don't know they're broken down. Candace and Dawn switched cars, so Dawn's truck would have been home. There's just, and Mom and Grandma was outside. There's just no way on God's green earth. And then you got, oh, excuse me, I apologize in advance, but you got the nosy neighbor who knows what goes on over there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So there's no way that Summer was taken out of that house. And then there's the back door that goes in the basement. And it has the type of glass that you cannot see in the basement. How does somebody know she was down there? No, in my opinion, it did not happen. There's no way. And then you have Dawn saying at some point, well, she may have been took down and put in a car at the end of the road. There was that. I mean, there was just bunches of things. Bunches of things. Now, the rest is pretty much history. But the news said that Summer was last seen walking down the street in the area of Ben Hill. That was at the beginning too. And it was on here. And also Dawn didn't correct it. Nobody corrected it. They've never corrected it in 2 years. Now, it may be corrected it today with TBI or this new interview that's come out with TBI. But in 3 years, it hasn't been corrected. It's been out there before. That wasn't the first time 4 days ago it was put out. Dawn said she was put in a car. You can't have it both ways. Was she took from the house, or was she seen walking? Hey, coming in, everybody. Was she seen walking down the road? And if she was, by who? Is that something the law just is not telling? You can't have it both ways. You can't have it all ways. I think the law needs to come out and clarify that. Did they clarify it today? Said walking from her home, but that was the last time she was seen walking away from Grandis's camper to her home and never seen again. Exactly. Green Eye said Frank Light and Sherry Light are still number one suspects since day one. Nasty Lying has all the call. I have some of it. Sherry Light, where's Summer? Okay, but I want to show. Okay, so hold on. I personally said all that about you can't go missing. Okay. So in the meantime, I hear Dawn on this. I'm going to let y'all hear this now, but I'm not finished with this. But I am going to let you hear it. I'm not going to keep y'all waiting, but I want y'all to hear it. It does not mean, because I know some of y'all are going to get your panties in a wad. It does not mean on June 15th. But nobody has picked up on it. And if they picked up on it, they weren't talking about it. I've never heard nobody. Somebody may have talked about it. I haven't heard them. That's what I'm saying. So in the last couple of days, I listened to it. I wanted to come out with it yesterday, but things just prevented me from doing so. I'm going to share this. This was one of, I think Jay's on here. She must have been, or this person must have been interviewing her, or she must have been interviewing this person. I don't know. I want Jay for Justice interview, or I want Jay for Justice dropped, and I want Ryan Upchurch dropped, and I'm going to play this again. This is Daddy's own words, Daddy Don Wells, and I want y'all to listen very, very carefully. I want you to listen. Just listen.
Me and said I had somebody, either posing or said they had an inside scoop with CBI and that they knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out. I believed that stuff. I believed that. Then I flipped out. I started drinking and everything else. That's why I took our kids.
Wait, he started believing it.
He sold his daughter for drugs?
Listen to that.
They knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out. I knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And that they knew with CBI and that they knew, said I had somebody, either posing or said they had an inside scoop with CBI and that they knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out. I believed that.
They knew or they claimed?
He said, I believed that stuff. Like an idiot, I believed it. What does he mean? Did he believe that?
Yeah, how do you start to believe it?
That's odd wordage right there. Look, with the TBI and that they knew I sold my daughter for drugs.
Oh, he did
I would have
say
said,
it.
these
Okay.
stupid motherfuckers thought I sold my daughter for drugs.
Right.
That's what I would have said.
They knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out. I believed that stuff. Like an idiot. I believed it.
I mean, I never even caught on to that, and I've been with this day and night since June 15th.
Who's telling me to shut the fuck
channel
up?
has 46.5 thousand subscribers, and her interview with Don Wells from Saturday has been viewed more than 41,000 times. But Youngblood says she isn't interested in speaking with anyone but Summer's parents right now.
It makes people who might have beef with these people come out of the woodwork. And then it muddies the waters. It muddies the waters not only for the general public, but for law enforcement.
Youngblood says she will keep discussing the case on her show, but wants to be clear that finding Summer and the facts around what happened remain her focus.
Not facts surrounding, any gossip or drama that people have with Candace or with Don at this point. I think that's totally counterproductive. And I think that we need to keep the focus on that. There's a 5-year-old.
There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Age 5, female, white, blonde, hair, blue eyes, height 3 feet, weight about 40 pounds. Missing since 6/15/2021 from Rogersville, Tennessee.
Little girl that is missing. And also there's 3 boys that are missing their sister.
News Channel 11.
I do feel sorry for the little brothers.
Don Wells and Candace Bly for confirmation and an interview regarding this. We have not yet received a response.
I'm gonna look up some stuff and get some of this shit together. See if I can talk to some people in this town, and we will.
Okay. So that's just mainly the part I wanted you to hear. Because so what was Candace's question? Because I don't know, I really haven't been watching her or really any of this. So does somebody tell me what was her question? What was she saying? What was Candace's question that would explain her question? That's Ryan Upchurch. He's a singer. And at first, Ginger Snap, he got into this case and he was going to get into it, and then he had a lot of threats and a lot of stuff going on, and he backed out real quick. So I don't know, but anyway, I don't know. Judy, it is on it's under my lives. It's under my lives. If you want to go back and do it, I just deleted out of it. It's under my lives, my past lives. You can go back and hear the whole thing. It was when I first started YouTube. It's still public. And so anyway. So yeah. That part. But yeah. I don't know. But what I want to tell you is all these stories can't be true. So when did he sell his daughter? You don't say that. We already know, according to others in his family, he tried to sell, supposedly, allegedly, his other children when they were little. You know? Oh, yeah, this was way in the beginning. This was almost 3 years ago, Ginger Snap. This was way in the beginning. A lot of stuff happened. And he got off of it. It was just way too much. And then a lot of people faulted him for it and all that stuff. I don't, because we all know how threatening it is. But people literally started following him. They went to his house. All kinds of stuff happened. It was bad. It was bad. So he pulled out real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Again, does that mean that it happened June 15th? I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say it did. There's a lot of people that believe she's still alive. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I just know. Do I think there was? Do I personally think there was trafficking going on prior to June 15th? I do, unfortunately. Unfortunately. That's just me. And people can hate me all they want. That's just me. Going back listening to that. But that's just me. That's just me. But it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. The fact is she's missing. That's the only fact we have. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They act, yeah, and they act like this is normal. So no matter what. And I don't know if you were in here earlier, Where Summer, or listening. And I don't know if it's, I'm not going to say right now it's hearsay. Not that I don't believe Ziggy. I don't know the context of everything. I had just popped in after I got off of Justin's. And for a second to see, because I was coming on here. And she was talking about she had emailed about Warrior's Path. We know how Dawn likes garage it, or, barn, all that. I guess Mary sent her an email or a conversation, and her gut feeling tells her he was involved. Now, again, I don't know. I'm not trying to accuse him of that or anything. Definitely not. Let's see. So Don said that Ellie accused him of selling his daughter for drugs to try to get him to confess something. Well, it's on my live. I don't know. I don't know. It's still out there and it's still public. But I just wanted y'all to hear that. You can take or say, y'all can believe or do whatever you want. I just, like I said, that's coming from him. However he said it, whyever he said it. There's a lot of people to this day that believe that she's alive and believe he could do that. I don't know. I would hate to think anybody would do something like that with their own child, with any child. TBI asked Candace, what did you do to your daughter? Wow. Yeah. His sister, Mary. Yeah, so y'all have to go listen to Ziggy do that. I'm gonna catch up on that when I'm done, because I don't know. She was waiting on another email. She was waiting on an email back again. So I don't know. I was only in there a few seconds. I was just like, wow. Okay, so let's listen to this. Share screen. Hold on. Let's do this one first. What is this? Get out.
Community. Hours later, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation would issue an endangered child alert for her. That would later turn into an Amber Alert.
To this day, law enforcement still has not located Summer Wells and are not any closer to finding her. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniels spoke with Summer's parents.
We have pushed investigators for months to learn about new details or updates in this case. What we do know is that her family continues their search to bring Summer home. I spoke with both Dawn and Candace Wells in Kingsport at a place with deep meaning to Summer's disappearance. Borden Park is anything but quiet this time of year. But 3 years ago, it was filled almost weekly with people praying for Summer Wells.
I see all these families, with their kids and how much they enjoy them and stuff. And we were stripped away from all our kids. All our kids have been kidnapped from us by DCS, and we're not sure about Summer, but we know about where our boys are at.
While the prayer vigils are now few and far between, Dawn and Candace Wells haven't stopped praying that their daughter Summer
Can y'all
will be
put
found.
up their link?
Hope, always.
Please.
But there's not much hope in this world.
Dawn looks horrible.
We have to trust God that there's hope in eternal life in heaven.
Summer was reported missing on June the 15th of 2021.
We know that she was taken off her property, and we know she was taken away in a vehicle, or they would have found her in the area if she was.
So you can't see through that door. You can see out, but you can't see in.
We don't know.
I asked Dawn and Candace when was the last time they heard from investigators.
We haven't lately at all. It's been a while. over a year, I think.
Why are they
Haven't
not
talked to
knocking
any
down the damn
law
door?
enforcement at all. I tried to talk to the FBI agent about it, but that didn't go anywhere.
Don says he feels that he and his wife Candace were targeted by the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office.
They intimidated us, they belittled us, and done everything they could amidst all the chaos. And then CPS was there doing the same thing.
When asked about how he thinks about Summer's disappearance 3 years later, Don spoke about a Department of Children's Services investigation.
Listen,
They said somebody had called and said that we was giving our kids loaded guns to play with. And so they closed the case June 14th, which is something CPS does not do. They don't just close cases.
see,
So it's really odd and mystifying why they closed the case June 14th, and then 24 hours later, Summer's gone.
Summer's mother, Candace, sat in for part of our interview, but got up after a few
how
questions.
She was
fitting.
going to try, but her emotions are just too much.
The last update in the Summer Wells case from law enforcement was an age-progressed photo released in June
Kids
of
sit through a
last
news
year.
interview for
This
your
image
child.
was released by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. That number is right there on your screen.
How fitting she couldn't sit through a 3-minute news interview for your child. She don't want to do that. I'd be out there begging and pleading for my child. And last time, who sends a note? You send a note out. You send a note out, a handwritten note to the news. I mean, come on now. Come on. Yeah, at 100%. We all heard it. He told Cher that too. He told the world. He called them because we all said, you don't just call DCF, CPS, whatever you call it in your town. You do not call them and say, oh, I'm bored. I've said it 100 times. I'm scared. I need a babysitter for my children. Come get them. Don said he did. It wasn't until last year sometime that they decided that now they may have kidnapped Summer too. What? I know, Jackie. We're going to talk about that later in another live. Separate from this. I want to keep Summer separate from anything else. And another thing. Tim has always been Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim. Tim is so wrong. Listen, your buddies go after everybody and never go after the... What is wrong with you, Tim Mullins, whatever your donkey ass name is, putting photos of these half-grown boys now that are doing good of Summer Wells' brothers out on the internet, social media. Your unballsy ass needs to be put in jail. They need to lock you up. You need to take those photos down. You're a sorry piece of scum, if there ever was one. First of all, you shouldn't be putting any up of anybody. But did your best friend give them to you to put up? Because they don't want to be looking like the bad guys. Shaking my head. Yeah, something's wrong with him. We went over that, and he is obsessed with Bays Mountain. Obsessed. Yeah, they should. And I had to take a double take to make sure. I mean, I had to take a double take with them. Oh my God, they are so healthy. So, oh, they look so happy. They don't even look near the same. They should never be put on social media. It's sad. It's disgusting. Exactly. How's he getting them? I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, because of that, they don't have to be uprooted and moved again, yet again. Now, let me go over this one with you. Uh-oh, I forgot something. Let's see. All right, this is the latest update. This was just a few hours ago. This is the TBI. They give the latest update.
Big dream, can't you see it? We stay shining every season, and you know I like it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I love it.
No, I want to skip.
When I see the picture of Summer Wells, I see my daughter. And I can tell you that if my daughter was missing, I would sure hope that somebody was looking for her every day. My name is Josh Melton. I'm the Assistant Director of the Criminal Investigation Division for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations. We don't have the evidence in this case to know for sure whether or not Summer was abducted or whether or not she walked away from her home and became lost. It's really important to us to not focus all of our efforts on just one of those two. Many people have speculated what they think has happened in this case. The difficult part.
All right, don't start all that on me now. What's going on? Come on. Why are you acting up? Why is it doing that? If it wants to start doing that, hold on. Hold on, let me see if it will do it. What in the heck? It's still trying to. Hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. This makes me so mad when it does that crap. Okay. There's 2 ways to skin a cat. Smelly don't have time for all that. I don't play all that. We're going to do it on my phone. 2 ways to skin a cat.
What you see is what you get.
Look back at 30 years of happy dances, celebrating QVC.
Skip to my loo.
Good afternoon, I'm Preston Ayers. We begin today with the latest on the search for Summer Wells, as tomorrow marks 3 years since the then Hawkins County 5-year-old vanished from her home in the Beach Creek community. We're now hearing from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation today for the first time in several months about this case. Agents say the disappearance is not considered a cold case, despite the amount of time that has now passed. To date, agents have followed up on more than 6,500 leads.
6,500 leads.
Have active evidence that they do not consider this case to be a cold case, but they don't know how she disappeared.
We don't have the evidence in this case to know for sure whether or not Summer was abducted or whether or not she walked away from her home and became lost. It's really important to us to not focus all of our efforts on just one of those two.
We will have more on the disappearance of Summer Wells later today. In addition to investigators, we're also talking with her family and members of the community about the 3-year anniversary of Summer Wells' disappearance. Watch for that here on News 5 WCYB and WCYB.com. And you see there on the screen the reminder, if you have any information of what happened to Summer Wells, you're asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. The picture there is what she might look like today based on an artist rendering.
We know. But that's not the long version. They gave a long version. Hold on. I don't know if this one's it. Hold on, I gotta get this ad. Make sure this ad's off. I think this is. I think this is still the news. Hold on. No, that's still the news one. But anyway, see what they're saying.
Home. Wells was 5 years old at the time, and still a case that fascinates the community. Many wondering where she could be. In a post on X this morning, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says they have worked about 6,500 leads since 2021. An age-progressed photo of Wells was released around this time last year, and tomorrow a group will meet to honor her at Warriors Path State Park Shelter 5. That's happening at 4 p.m. For all coverage surrounding the case up to this point and recent interviews with the Wells family, head to WJHL.com and click the Search for Summer Wells tab.
Okay, so but yeah, y'all can go to the TBI website. I didn't put all that in here. Okay, so what I want to show you is the Warriors Path one. Come on, I hope since those are gone, it will do it. Hold on. All right, this is where Warriors Path caught on fire. This is brief.
Morning fire at the Warriors Path riding stables.
Ben Waxler, Warriors Path VFD chief, says crews were dispatched a little before 5:30 a.m. to the lower horse stables. He tells us when crews arrived, the fire fully engulfed the building, with it being mostly burnt.
Look at that, burnt to the ground.
And no animals were harmed. The cause is still under investigation.
I mean, like, I cannot get over that with the horse stables, y'all. Now, I'll put more pictures on there. I put more pictures on my community post about the horse stables. I just find that just, I was like, what? No, they said it was not cold. So I know Jennifer said it was, but the guy that was talking at TBI today in the long form of that said it was definitely not cold. And I have called them and they said it's definitely not cold. They are working on it and working behind the scenes, and they say it's not cold by any means. I know what Jennifer said, and with all due respect, it's not cold. They do. I feel like now that he's of age, they probably do. Yeah, it is just, you're at red light. It's crazy, isn't it? Wow. Justin, you're on your way to Tennessee. I want you to be very careful. I know you're going to go down there and see it, but please be very, very careful. Yeah, but as Smiley knows, I second think everything was with authorities for sure. Yeah. I think everything lies with the authorities, and they're just, I think they got things they're holding on to. Wait, what? Wait, what? They must have all moved the animals for safety issues like this. Listen, I find this very strange because, like, I know any other time that they had the vigil and stuff, I don't think, Justin Mike can answer this, but I don't think that they've moved the animals just because of the vigil and stuff like that. I think the animals have always been there. Why would they move the animals right now? Is that something they would be moving the animals for, Justin? I don't think they would be money out of pocket just to move animals just because people's coming down. That don't make no sense. So now why all of a sudden is the animals moved? He's live. Okay. So why would let me see. Let me see if I can get Justin. Hold on. Is he on Clutch Them Pearls? Hold on. He got there fast. Hold on. No. No, I don't see him live. He's not live. It's a scare tactic. I don't see him live right now. Anyway, I do too. I see you. I do too. Yeah, but it can't be both stories, is what I wanted to tell you. It just can't be both stories. I just wanted to know, basically, did she walk away? We don't know. Even TBI said today they don't know if she walked away or was taken away. Well, what else are they not saying? Let's see what this said. Hold on. Okay, what else are they not saying? I don't know. But just remember that this little girl, Summer Moon Utah Wells, regardless. Okay, not crazy. I got you. Is still missing. Still missing. We don't know. Excuse me. We don't know. No facts, except the fact is she's gone. She deserves to be found. Either way, I've always said, either way, she deserves grace. She deserves dignity. And it needs to be told. Justice needs to be done. Even if that comes way after the fact. But she deserves to be found. Her brothers deserve closure. And this needs to end. The truth needs to come out. So if anybody knows anything, don't sit on the truth. Secrets make you sick. Secrets does nobody any good. And they're not helping Summer. The truth will come out one day. Let it be now. 3 years is enough. Enough is enough. If you have any credible information on Summer Moon Utah Wells, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. And in the meantime, just keep passing her flyers out. You don't have to do it every day, but do it. Don't forget about her. Don't forget about her. And I will not forget about her when there's credible or information like this from the news or something pertaining to her case. I will do a live. I haven't forgot about her. I'll never forget about Summer. I pray every day and every night for her. And I'll continue. And nobody will stop me, not ever. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to all the mods. Thank you, everybody. And everybody that is going to Tennessee. I don't know who you are, but I hope y'all stay safe. And just travel safe. That's all I can say. Summer don't need all these problems or anybody else getting hurt. She would not want that for anybody. Y'all have a good day. I love you. Bye.